guys moon dust here. Let's go over all the games happened on February 25th, 2022. Let's talk about the first game. The Toronto Raptors lost to Charlotte Hornets by 32 points, 93-125. Scotty Barnes had a career night when they got blown out like this. 32 minutes, 28 points, and OG's going to be out for a while. What are we going to do with OG? If your team is in the playoffs, you don't have an IR spot, you got to let him go. He might be out for a week or two. Who knows? Maybe more. With OG out, Scotty Barnes could, be aimed to carry a heavy offensive load. But OG has not been playing well even before this. I guess his fingers was bothering him for a little while now. So finally he started missing something. And Siakam also lately has not been great. 8 points here just in 27 minutes. Gary Trent, 12 points. Fred VanVleet, 8 points. Everybody played horrible. Fred VanVleet was a minus 40. He had some knee issues going into the All-Star break. And I think it was questionable coming into the game. So the break didn't really do much for him. Because all these guys, when you get to the end of the season, right, they've been playing 45 minutes every single game. 40, 38. They're going to run on gas a little bit. So we'll see what happens next year. Maybe they bounce back in a pretty big way. Chris Boucher played 21. Thaddeus Young played 21. Precious Achua. But the front court, without OG, we don't, it's not, nobody is a must roster. I don't think much is going to change. Maybe everybody gets a few five more minutes, but nobody is going to be, take over all of OG's minutes. It's going to be a split between, 3-4 people, and Thaddeus Young might get extra 10-15 minutes. For the Charlotte Hornets, great win for them. Miles Bridges, and again, all the guys played, really low minutes. Kelly Oubre Jr. came off the bench, just destroyed. And then I think Montrezl Harrell is just playing really well on this team, on this young team, running up and down on the court. Fast pace that really fits Montrezl Harrell's style, and he doesn't play much defense. That's great. Also fit this team. Kelly Oubre Jr. also went off. When Kelly Oubre Jr. coming off the bench, make 5 for 10 from threes. They just got so many offensive weapons. Everybody's got to eat. Terry Rozier, plus 46. That is some scary stuff from Scary Terry. 23 points, 9 assists, a steal and block with 3 threes. Really good game here from Terry. Terry, this year, he was nowhere near where he was last year, but in the last 2 weeks, again, he's doing it again. 24th ranked player. And his ranking is going to be high. Because he's pretty low turnover guy, and a lot of his value coming from the threes. And his defensive numbers have also been great. So overall in the season, around top 50. To be honest, I won't be taking a guy. I won't take him there next year around top 50. Just don't think, because we know he's not gonna crack top 40, right? He doesn't provide that many defensive stats, and a lot of his value coming from turnovers. So all those factors considered, even though ranking-wise, across 9 categories, he could be a top 50 player. But I just don't like this type of players in category leagues. Mason Plumlee, 29 minutes, 8 points, 10 rebounds, and steal and block. He just put in okay numbers. I think if you pound 2 points and threes, he's definitely the guy you could stream. PJ Washington has been getting a lot of minutes. He needs to be picked up with 2 steals and 2 blocks. He provides multiple categories. And ranking-wise, he may not be great because bad field goal, bad free throw, but steals, blocks, threes, rebounds provide a very unique, I would say, combination of categories. Miles Bridges also played, very mediocre, 11 points and 10 rebounds, but 7 assists stands out. And lately, Cody Martin has not been getting any minutes, even before Montrezl Harrell got there. The next game, the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Pacers in double OT. In overtime, not double OT, just overtime. Shea played in a back-to-back, so if he's gonna be healthy, I think he's gonna be okay. The past 2 games has been really good for Shea, and a well-rested Shea put up numbers. Had 7 turnovers, but that's okay. 3 steals, 2 blocks, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. A monster game from him. Josh Giddey was out yesterday, but I don't think maybe it's just for rest, right? So I don't think that's going to be too serious of an issue. He should be back soon. But if he end up missing games, Trey Mann, we could think about picking him up for some points and threes. He provided that again Without Shea, he had a couple of big games, 22 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals here. That's good. Isaiah Roby's been getting, close to 30 minutes, but can we really trust it? And who knows? Sometimes Derek Favors starts, especially when they play some big man team. Darius Bazley, 3 steals, 10 rebounds, 14 points. Sure, with Shea back, he's still getting 30 plus minutes. If you want to have him, I don't mind it. And the fact that he took 16 field goals this game is interesting. 3 steals is really good, but his best category is blocks. Aaron Wiggins played 30 minutes, didn't really do anything. So we could leave him on the waiver wire. For the Indiana Pacers, a lot of guys in the last week, they have been crazy good. Buddy Hield, another great game, 29 points. This trade is really helping Buddy Hield. In the last 2 weeks, he's a 19th ranked player. So this is what Buddy Hield can do. But when on the Kings, he's making 4 threes, 23 points. And the rest of he also shooting the ball very well, 51%. But I think when Tawate comes back, he's not going to play this level of minutes. Right, and Brogdon is already back. But, good stuff. Shea Brissett played 37 minutes. He also needs to be picked up. Shot horrible, 5 for 17 from the field, but 10 rebounds. 15 rebounds, 2 steals, and 12. We know what he's capable of. Same thing with Isaiah Jackson. He started but only played 22 minutes. He also needs to be picked up, but just from this one game, the minutes is, I don't know we can expect him to play 30 minutes, but in 22 minutes, he had 5 blocks here. So we could pick him up, and who knows, next game he might be getting 15. Then we could think about drop him. But for now, 25 minutes, 25 minutes, Isaiah Jackson may be worth a grab. And, this game, for certain matchups, who knows, maybe they play, and Miles Turner is still out. Jalen Smith got 28 minutes. Yeah, the big man situation here, Gogo Badazi played just 1 minute. The big man situation here is interesting. Like Jalen Smith coming off the bench playing 29, maybe he's just playing really well. But Isaiah Jackson was a plus 12 in his 23 minutes. So, I think Isaiah Jackson, at the moment, I preferred Isaiah Jackson over Jalen Smith because he's starting at the end of the day. But we could have situations where they're splitting the center minutes and Jalen Smith gets more minutes. And they put Shea Brissett as a power forward. And who knows when Miles Turner is coming back. We're just going to assume Miles Turner won't be back in the next 2-3 weeks. Or at all. There's really nothing to play for. Malcolm Brogdon, he didn't get shut down. So that's interesting. 15 points. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, but it's a guy that is going to be like Shea. If he gets hurt, he's going to be out for an extended period of time. Tyrese Halliburton, though, healthy and balling. Him and Buddy Hield, 11 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals and a block. Just really good stuff from Tyrese. This guy, if you're punting points, he's really, really good, in my opinion. Like a guy you could take in the 3rd round next year. 3rd, 4th for sure. Especially if you're punting points. He's really good. All right, let's go to the next team. The Rockets lost to the Orlando Magic, 119. Kevin Porter Jr. exit the game again. This is the part that we didn't talk about. Even we already know he sucks at efficiency, but he also missed a lot of games. So at this point, sure, if you pound all 3 categories, you could hold on to him. But otherwise, even when he's playing, he's really not doing much. Jaylen Green, though, played well. 23 points, 4 threes, 4 steals. But the 4 steals, when is it going to happen again? Is it going to happen once next season? We don't know. He's not a known defender. But, a good game to the Rockets got a pretty good schedule coming weeks. So if you like him, you could definitely pick him up and stream that spot. Christian Wood, 21 points, 11 rebounds, played 3 for 13, man. You got to pump free throws with Christian Wood. 28 minutes here. While Şengün only played 18. Şengün in 18 minutes, he turns the ball over a lot, yes. But 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and still in 2 blocks in just 18 minutes. If Şengün can get consistent 25 minutes, his rankings are not going to be good, but the counting stats, he's going to provide a ton. Jae'Sean Tate, 28 minutes, 2 steals and a block, 13 points, had 6 personal fouls, and they're still playing Eric Gordon. They're still playing him, man. It's All-Star break. They're not going to trade him. They didn't trade him. Why are they playing him such high minutes? I have no idea. And they lost to another bad team. Orlando Magic, Franz Wagner, lately, what has he done? He has done nothing lately. This is the guy in the playoff when the playoff comes around. Uh, let's say if you want, I guess he provides a good rebound and some assist as well. So it will be a hard okay, if the Magic has a bad schedule, they got no games in three days, and you're in playoffs. Someone you could think about dropping. Wendell Carter Jr. another great game, 9 for 11, 24 points, 12 rebounds, but his lack of defensive stats. Rebound really good, make some threes, right? But everything else is really average. Mo Bamba, 6 fouls. He's not putting up any numbers lately. Another guy we got to think about dropping in the playoffs, because really he's giving you blocks, right? If you drop him, you could get 3-4 category. You could be maybe competitive with your opponent in many more categories, right? With him, sure, he can give you block, but that's not even guaranteed. Cole Anthony, really bad here. Not really bad, sorry. 14 points, 6 assists, and 2 steals is not bad. Average game, and just surprised he only took 10 field goals. Jaylen sucks. He fouled out in 14 minutes. That's got to be a record for a point guard this season. I have never seen a point guard fouled out in 60 minutes. This season, I don't remember. So, interesting stuff, man. He was a minus 21, and they still win the game. They still won the game, the Magic. Something to look at is Chuma Okeke. Another great game, 32 minutes. He's just outplaying Mo Bamba right now. And they want to give him minutes. And it's granted he had 3 steals and a block here, 9 rebounds, 5 threes. Well, that's not going to sustain, but he was a plus 27 while Mo Bamba was a minus 12. So next game, Mo Bamba could be playing 28 and Okeke maybe plays 22, 23. It's not guaranteed, but with him playing this well, I don't mind picking him up. Let's talk about the next game. This game was wild. Double OT. Everybody's putting up numbers, 157, 153. The Spurs got the win. Doug McDermott, who cares? Keldon Johnson had 32 points. Another great game. But the problem with him is, again, no defensive stats, 5 threes. Sure, and usually he's not a great free throw shooter, and his field goal percentage is also pretty bad. But the points, the rebounds, and provide some threes, those are always there. Jakob Poeltl went off versus the Wizards. I don't think that should be a surprise to anybody. Also had 8 assists and 2 blocks here. Really good. He's a guy that you could think about taking next year in category leagues. I'm only talking about. He's very unique. Like many other players. Free throw 3 absolutely hurt you in those 2 categories. But you can take him. If you pound in those 2 categories, his value goes up a ton. So if you pound in those 2 categories, you can think about taking him in the draft a bit earlier. Devin Vassell, 42 minutes. And had an okay game. He needs to be rostered because the minutes is there for him and he provides good defensive stats. Had 4 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, yeah. Grab him, he's still out there on the waiver wire. Devontae Murray, yes, no worries. A big triple-double from him with 6 turnovers and great efficiencies across the board. But it is against the Wizards, so I don't know how much credit I want to give to the Spurs guys. But the Spurs didn't play any defense either, it looks like. Kyle Kuzma went off, 36 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals and a block, and played 46 minutes. KCP, we could stream this guy. Raw Neto, a lot of Spurs guys, Wizards guys, we want to, Danny Advia, those 3 guys for sure. And now this game, Daniel Gafford came back and starting, playing 20 minutes. Sure, we could also stream him. But once Kristaps Porzingis comes back, who knows? Who knows who's going to lose what? But Raw Neto should have a good minutes moving forward. And he gets a lot of steals and some assists as well. So if you need those 2 categories, don't mind picking him up. And I think the Wizards got 4 games next week, so it'll be a good time to pick them up. And Danny Advia, 37 minutes, really solid again. 9 rebounds, 14 points with 2 steals and a block. But is Porzingis going to play? When is he going to play? It's already after the All-Star break. What's going on with him? I wouldn't be surprised he just missed rest of the season. I would not be surprised. It would not be a shock. But with that being said, he could very well play next game. I just don't know what's going on. He got traded. It's been 2 weeks since the trade. Has not played the game. The next game, the Miami Heat beat the Knicks. Sure, the Knicks, they just suck. 115-110. Jimmy Butler, 23 points, 5 for 9 from the free throw line. How did that happen? 2 steals, but the rebounding assists are not really there. I don't know. I don't know what happened with Jimmy. Jimmy Butler lately has not been great. I think he's playing hurt, you know. So instead of him missing games, he's playing but not putting up great numbers in the last 2 weeks. Wait a minute, where's Jimmy? Jimmy Butler, where are you? What? He's not ranked? That is insane. In the last 2 weeks, there's no way he's not ranked. Why is he not showing up? Okay, guys, I cannot find Jimmy Butler inside that top 200. What has he done? He had one bad game. Oh, okay, I see. The past 2 weeks is the All-Star break, so maybe the sample size is pretty small. So last 3 weeks he's got to be ranked. Yeah, 55th ranked player, 54th ranked player. In the last 2 weeks, because the All-Star break, he only played 2 games, and one of the games he went 5 for 9 from the free throw line. So basically, he had a couple bad free throw night, and just push him out. But he'll be back. He's a top 10 player, so hopefully he bounces back from this. But 5 for 9 from the free throw line is not great, and I think the defensive stats also fallen off. Because when you're hurt, you're not gonna get those defensive stats. On the defensive side, the effort will not be there, and as a result, the defensive side gonna suffer. PJ Tucker had 8 points. Sure, not really fantasy relevant. Bam though, those 6 weeks now he's going ham for 16 rebounds, 16 points, and we were worried about his block numbers. Lately. It's not like he's blocking crazy amount of shot, but 4 blocks here is a really good start. 34th ranked player in the last 3 weeks. Still, he should be a top 20 player in my opinion. But bad free throw has remained to be a big issue. But 1.3 steals and 1.6 blocks. I'm very happy with those. 3.4 assists. It's not 5 or 6 he was getting last year, but 3.4 is okay. It's not ideal, but it's you take it. Kyle Lowry had 2 steals, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 19 points. A good game from Kyle. And Duncan Robinson, what's going on with him? I think with all the guys back and healthy, I don't even want to stream him for threes. Played 13 minutes, went 0 for 5. Was a minus 10 when his team won 25 points when he didn't play in those 36 minutes. Tyler Hero, 25 minutes, 3 steals, 7 rebounds. Really good game from Tyler Hero. And the defensive stats, they have coming in plenty. What's going on? 25th ranked player in the last 2 weeks. Wow. He's averaging 2 steals. The guy is on the season probably averaging 0.8, 0.9. Not even 0.9 to be honest. But lately he's been getting a lot of defensive. That's going to help his value tremendously. But I don't think that's going to sustain. All right, for the New York Knicks, RJ Barrett, what a game from him. 46 points, 6 threes. I mean, the shots were falling for him, but he missed a bunch of free throws. Otherwise, he would have gotten 50. That would have been a career high. 6 threes, but he didn't really do anything else. But this is why, we don't mind roster him if you're pounding free throws. Sure, he doesn't give us a lot of defensives. And some nights, he will go 2 for 20. Some nights. But usually the threes is there, the points, the rebounds. Right, so some counting stats are there. So good game from RJ. Julius Randle though, 2 for 15 against the Miami Heat defense. Yes, he will get exposed. He will get exposed. He has certain tendencies he likes to do. So obviously he will get the ball. He would like to drive left. So ideally, if you're gonna drive left, you're gonna get the ball on the right side of the block. But they could just make him go to right, or otherwise he just shoots fadeaways. Right, those are not high percentage shot. Or just take a long 2 off the dribble. Julius Randle has not been good this year, so don't take him in the inside. He was taken second, third round. That is, if you took him there, next year maybe 4th or 5th round in specific team build. I think with him, I don't even trust him with his free throws. So you gotta build a team with just bad free throw, and maybe think about his defensive stats are okay. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of steals, but steals block overall is okay. It's mainly the efficiencies. The free throw efficiencies maybe you gotta watch out for. Mitchell Robinson against he was playing really well. In this game, not so much. He had 5 fouls and 0 points. Don't drop him. You gotta hold on to Alec Burks. Sure, if he's out there on the waiver wire, we gotta pick him up. Kemba is shut down, and where's D Rose? He just did another surgery, so those guys not coming back. And Evan Fournier also played well, but can't really trust him. Can't trust this guy. I trust Alec Burks more than Evan Fournier, to be honest. So, but Alec Burks, pick him up, and Evan Fournier could stream. All right, let's go to the next team. This is the debut for James Harden as a Sixer, 133, and this is what they did: 133, 102. Not even at home, on the road. Harden 35 points. Well, only 2 turnovers still, but like this game was a blowout. So Harden still played 35 minutes, 27 points. So everything's gonna go through him. I mean, Tyrese Maxey also plays super well, but I don't expect him to. I think Harden's gonna hurt Tyrese Maxey a little bit. But first game so far, Harden still got 12 assists, so he's still facilitating a lot. 8 rebounds. I mean, 5 threes. Super efficient. 8 for 9. I mean, if Harden is the new Harden is gonna be like this, then man, he's top 2. I think. Behind Jokic. I mean, probably not at Jokic's level, but he'll be better than guys like LeBron or like who's currently ranked. Joel Embiid, maybe even better than Joel Embiid. Speaking of Joel Embiid, 34 points, doesn't matter. Still got his 34 points. Went to the free throw line and just super efficient. Just one game, and we know Wolves' defense is horrible. So we'll see what happens when they play a legit defensive team. But another great game from Joel Embiid. I don't think we should be surprised. And Tobias Harris, 6 points. Tyrese Maxey went off here, but Tobias Harris should be that third player, and he should be getting a lot easier shots, I suppose. And now they got Harden, so we'll see. Matisse Thybulle played 22 minutes, did his job, and this game not only the defense, 3 steals, he had 11 points. Maybe he got some easy basket playing with Harden, and 7 rebounds here. I mean, if he adds in those things in his game, then that increases value by a lot. Because before it's literally just the steals and blocks. Everything else is like 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.8 threes, 5 points. Those are just huge negatives across the board. Yeah, good debut, and I'm waiting for that March 10th game versus the Nets. For the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards still didn't shoot the ball well, but better than what he was doing the past 2 or 3 games. 15 points, a steal and a block. Vanderbilt, I'm still going to hold on to him for 1 or 2 games. But man, 17 minutes? That makes him a droppable player. And he has not been good lately. The minutes is not there. But I think it's maybe matchup reasons. So I'm going to hold on to him for a few more games and see. For Cat, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Not the best game out of Cat. He usually plays very well against Joel Embiid. They had some beef a couple years ago, but he was a minus 32. D'Lo was a minus 20. I mean, they all play horrible, all the starters. Patrick Beverley had 5 fouls, didn't do anything. But hold on to these guys, right? You don't drop Patrick Beverley after this one bad game. They all play bad, but I think they should have a bounce back being very soon. Maybe the next game. And the Phoenix Suns without CP3, they lost to Pelicans by 15 points at home, 117-102. Brandon Ingram played well, 28 points, and ever since CJ McCollum got there, he has not been good. So this is a good start. 10 for 11 from the free throw line is also great. Jackson Hayes, man, he was in some foul trouble, had 4 fouls, played 17 minutes. If it wasn't for the foul trouble, I think he would be getting 25. I think he'll be getting 25. So don't drop him. I'm gonna hold on to him. See his minutes looks like. See what he does without the foul trouble. So yeah, Valanciunas 18 points, 17 rebounds, big game from him, and Zion is not coming back. Herbert Jones had 2 points, but hey, 5 rebounds, 3 steals in a block. You take it. You don't drop him, right? You don't drop him. I think, him and Matisse Thybulle very similar, but he does the other stuff down, like usually scoring, more threes, more rebounds, more assists, more everything else, and better efficiency than Matisse. Maybe Matisse Thybulle gets 0.2, 0.3 more steals, but if you only just look at the math, look at the averages, 0.3 steals. If they play 3 games, it's 1 more steal. So, and it's high variance, so I prefer a guy like Herbert Jones, obviously. CJ McCollum, 32 points and 2 threes. Good stuff from CJ. Yeah, good stuff from CJ. It's better than playing at Portland, right? Because they have nothing to play for. Who knows? He might get, if he gets hurt, he might just, instead of missing 1 game, he's going to miss 2 or 3 games. Tony Snell, Devontae Graham, these guys need to be dropped, right? I don't think anybody has Tony Snell, but Devontae Graham probably needs to be dropped because Jackson Hayes is now starting, and who knows? Maybe sometimes for certain matchups he comes off the bench, but like against the Warriors, they probably don't want to go with the Twin Tower lineup. Maybe they will. They just say, hey, we're gonna play our way. But yeah, he needs to be dropped. For the Phoenix Suns, a bad game for everybody. Cameron Payne is still out. If he's out down the waiver wire, I would go pick him up. Devin Booker had 30 points. Sure, like Devin Booker is going to get his, great. Cameron Johnson is a must roster. Had 15 points and still in the block with 3 threes. He took 10 threes, so he's gonna make a lot of threes. He's going to take a lot of threes and make a lot of threes. And once Cameron Payne comes back, maybe he's not going to start, but he's still going to get a lot of minutes, in my opinion. DeAndre Ayton, 20 points, play well. Jay Crowder, just a streamer, and Mikal Bridges had 8 points and 6 rebounds and 6 assists. But without Chris Paul, right, the Warriors have a chance to catch up to the Suns. So they could claim the 1 seed, and I think that will be huge. Playing 1 extra home games. All right, let's talk about the next game. The Dallas Mavericks lost to the Jazz, 109-114. Luka, not the best efficient night, but lately, compared to beginning of the season, the number he's putting up has been really good. 11 assists, steal, 7 rebounds, 23 points, and without KP, he's gonna have all the usage. Took 24 field goals, and he's gonna put up great numbers. Spencer Dinwiddie, one of his best games in 2 months. I mean, even when he was on the Wizards, he didn't score over 20 points for a long time. So that's a good start. 8 for 12, really had it going. But I don't think he needs to be rostered, right? He played just 25 minutes, even playing this well. Just 25 minutes. Jalen Brunson, 8 points. Still hold on to him. A bad game. Dorian Finney-Smith had some foul trouble. He's not a must roster. For sure, like, if they got a bad schedule, you could definitely let him go. Reggie Bullock, 9 points, 2 steals. If you want threes, Reggie Bullock has been starting, playing huge minutes. If you want threes, you could definitely stream him over guys like Duncan Robinson or Max Strus. Now that all the guys, Miami Heat guys are back. Davis Bertans hit 5 threes in 18 minutes. He still lost. But, these guys, if you're playing alongside Luka, 18, you play Davis Bertans 20, 25 minutes, he could hit 3 threes or 4 threes easy. But the playing time, he doesn't do anything else, and the playing time is really not there. For the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, great game, 33 points, 7 threes, a steal and 5 assists. Really good efficiency, good stuff from Donovan. He was out for a while with the concussion. Now he's back and healthy and putting up great numbers. Second round values. This is the guy for sure. Next year you could take him in the late second round. I don't think I'm going to take him in the early second, but late second, sure. Don't mind it. Mike Conley, 15 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 6 rebounds. Good stuff on Mike Conley. But next year we're gonna be taking this guy, right? A lot of his value from low turnover and assist, but he just misses a lot of games. Rudy Gobert, 3 blocks, 17 rebounds, good stuff. Royce O'Neal, just a streamer, very similar to Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian Finney-Smith is probably better, but they provide similar stats. I think they hit some threes, get some defensive stats. Bogdanovich 18 points and nothing else. And Jordan Clarkson, he only has some streaming value if the Jazz got a good schedule. All right, let's talk about the last game of the night. The Lakers lost again. So I'm worried for the Lakers. If you own some Laker guys, like, is AD even going to, when is AD going to come back? Right? Because they are not winning games, and they are headed to a play-in, looks like. I don't think they're going to fall on the 10th. They are 3 games ahead of the 11th seed Spurs. Yeah, so I think they're gonna make the plays, but worry about some of those Laker guys. Nicholas Batum keeps starting and not getting minutes. Marcus Morris Sr. had 10 points, a steal and a block. Good stuff. I mean, he needs to be rostered, although he only had 10 points here. Terrence Mann had a great game, but he's too up and down, right? A double-double with 3 steals and 4 assists. All those are really good, but he's too up and down. Reggie Jackson, 17 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Also had a decent game. Isaiah Hartenstein played 20 minutes. What's going on here? Can we trust it? He went 3 for 8 from the free throw line, so that's no good. But can we trust it? He was a -6. But if the man gets 25 minutes, he has a lot of upside. And I like him, right? I think we all like him. Good defensive numbers, good field goal, and grab rebounds. Zubac played just 18. He was in some foul trouble. So maybe he would get 20 minutes moving forward, but not 28. So I'm still leaning toward just to wait and see. I think if Zubac wasn't in foul trouble, Zubac would have played 24. And Isaiah Hartenstein maybe 18 minutes. And, against some teams, you're not going to go big because Clippers are very flexible. They could go small. So I'm not going to go rush and pick him up after this one game. Robert Covington is close to a drop, but in 20 minutes, he had 2 steals and 3 blocks. It was against the Lakers. So, hey, he's still putting up numbers. At the minutes is a major concern. So, if moving forward, he only gets 20, I'll be okay moving on from him. And let's look at the Lakers, the Lakerland. LeBron, a double-double, sure, 2 threes, but bad efficiency from the field. And, well, he hit his free throws, a steal and a block. Not the best game from LeBron. Consider he's a second-ranked player. And without AD, I think him and Russell Westbrook are going to put up some numbers, and they need to win games. But maybe LeBron's giving up. Who knows? Russell Westbrook, 18 points, no rebound, no assist this game. Just the 18 points and bad efficiency as always. Very tough game from Russell Westbrook. Austin Reeves is the one who started, so Malik Monk come off the bench. So you'd be thinking with AD out, maybe Malik Monk is going to get 30 minutes. That's not the case. So if you picked up Malik Monk, sure, you could stream him, but be ready to drop him, right? It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed he's going to get 30 minutes, and we see it here. Carmelo Anthony, you could stream him, but his minutes is also up and down. Taylor Horton Tucker has been playing fairly well, but he's up and down. So all those wing guys, you cannot really trust any of the Laker guys. Other than LeBron, even Russell Westbrook gets benched sometimes. So, yeah, the minutes is just not consistent. And that's it for all the games, guys. I'll see you later.